Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It is Friday. Friday, right after Turkey Day, or Happy Thanksgiving, or happy, just being happy, period, in life. I always tell people, one thing about Thanksgiving, I hope we all got a chance to understand is we need to do it every single day. Every single day. So, I always do a quote. I always try to bring a quote just to kind of liven up and start the show off on a positive note, some vibes going on. So I have a quote here. I tell people I collect little quotes around my house. So this one is enjoy, and this is short and sweet. Enjoy the little things in life. Enjoy the little things in life. So we always look at the big, we always look at, oh, I want this grand thing going on in my life. And if I don't have it, oh, I don't feel so good. I feel like I hadn't accomplished nothing or whatever. All those little, small little talk in the back of your head. But the little things, appreciate the little things, because when the big things get there, you're like, wow, it takes a journey. It steps to everything in life. So appreciate just the little things, just going outside, looking and, just saying, wow, I can go outside. I can see trees. I can see the flowers. I can see the birds. Appreciate those little things. And that's what I was doing yesterday. I practiced yesterday to say, I'm always talking about, ooh, what's going to happen this Thanksgiving? But you know what? Wait a minute, Barbara. Appreciate the little things that's been happening along the way. And then when you get to the big things, you just really like, wow, I'm just so surprised. But I still appreciated how I got to where I needed to go. So with that, we are going to start the show. I'll see you in a little bit. I love that music. I just love that music. It just gets you moving and grooving. I mean, how can you not do something with that music? So I just want to just let everybody know, first of all, that today we're going to have a few little sponsors pop up, because guess what today is? Every time after Thanksgiving, right? It's Black Friday. Yes. So there's two sponsors I want to put up now. One sponsor is the Tour of Love, which is starting next week. It's on the 30th and the 1st. It's a 36-hour give-a-thon that Chemo Buddies for Life is putting on. Now, I'm one of the sponsors for this particular Tour of Love, and I'm telling you, I am really asking everybody if they can come on for the 36 hours and support this wonderful nonprofit organization. Basically, we help people have buddies, have people that will be with people that are going through their cancer cycle, either if they just found out about it, or they're in the middle of it, or they're just kind of ending, or even if they're in remission. So just to let everybody know, because I call myself a cancer conqueror. I call all the cancer people that have cancer conquerors, because I don't look at them as survivors. When you think of survivors, like, oh, I survived, oh, I got through. No, you're a conqueror. You killed it. I always say, I kicked cancer in the butt. I don't want to say this is a PG show, so I don't want to say the other word, but you know what I'm talking about. Kicking cancer in the butt. So this organization believes that you always need somebody to either talk to or be there, in the journey that they have, because we don't want anybody to be alone. It's already sad to be alone, but then when you're alone and going through something like that, this is like a double whammy. And I'm telling you, when I was dealing with it 9 years ago, I didn't have anybody. Even my husband, he was kind of terrified of when he heard about it. It's like he didn't know what to do, so he kind of just distanced himself. instead of coming towards me, he kind of reflected back because he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And what do you want me to say? And if I say something, I might say something wrong. It was just that. And then my family, they were kind of distant too. So when I found out about this organization and met Tamara Hunter, she has a heart of gold. I'm telling you, I'm glad she started it because she went through her cancer journey too, and she found out when she went through it that she knew that she needed people to understand that you need chemo buddies, you need partners when you're going through that. So I want to show the little sponsorship video for you, and I just really want you, like I said, it starts next week. It's online. The only thing we ask is if you just watch, support, engage, and then if you can, just give a little donation. It doesn't matter how much, but it helps with that organization so they can build and get more people to help and guide the people that are going through cancer. There we go.
What the world needs now is love. In the spirit of the 60s, this 36-hour non-stop event reaching 80 million screens on E360 TV. This is the Tour of Love. Showcasing top Billboard artists, comedians, including the Guinness World Record fastest talker.
Stop. You have set the Guinness Book of World Records.
And special tributes.
What's for supper? Baked possum and sweet potatoes.
A huge cast of talent. We're all coming together to support all those experiencing the impact of cancer. So join us November 30th on E360 TV and a multitude of other platforms. This is your invitation. We're changing lives, changing the world. This is the Tour of Love.
I love it. It just gives you the feel of the 60s, doesn't it? I just love, because they did it. The theme is around the 60s era, and just loving the flower child children, and it was just all like nice and free and stuff. Even though there was things going on at that time, there was still the racial tension. There was still other things going on, but there was that love was there too, and you could just feel it at that time. I know you're probably saying, "How do you know, Barbara?" Well, I'm a 60s baby. I'm a 60s baby. I'm telling my age. I know. I was there. But I'm loving how they took that and they said the tour of love. And that's what we need right now, right? We need some love. We need some virtual hugs and virtual kisses on the cheek, and just to know that, you got my back, I got your back, and all this other stuff is not even relevant anymore. So let's show some love next week and come to the tour of love and just support Chemo Buddies for Life non-organization. Now, this other real quick promo, I'm going to say it. This is a promo for me because it is Black Friday. I am giving a certain PR package out to people because since I this platform, I always tell people my mission is to really, really help people get exposure, especially women and their businesses and whatever they're doing. So that's one of the reasons why I signed on in E360 TV, because I want to make sure that if I can get the farther reach to get people to know who you are and to reach out to you, that's what I'll do. I'm your cheerleader and I'm the middleman for you. Well, middle woman, a middle woman for you. So I got just a little preview for this, and you can always contact me if you're interested in getting the package. Here we go. So that particular package includes 4 items. 4 items. You get a 15-minute customized interview on this show. You will get a 30-second sponsorship on this show for 2 months. You will get a 30-minute video from me, yours truly, explaining how you can increase your engagement on social media. Because all about, and I don't care what people say, social media is here to stay. So you got to learn how to rock it for your business. And you get a social media assessment that I will do for you that I will check all your social media platforms and make sure that your uniqueness is coming out, your messaging is right, people understand who you are, so you can get those clients and get those business partners that I know that you really, really want, right? So that's the package. And guess what? It's valued at $1,100. $1,100. I know you're like, with the COVID and stuff going on, bro, that's kind of gets a little steep. But that's the retail value. It is valued at because it's a good value. But just for Black Friday, yes, I pulled myself and I said, I want to give a bargain. $250. That's it. $250. All those items. Can you beat that? And I'm going to be walking you through all of it to make sure that what I always say, shine like a diamond. Shine like a diamond. Yes, shine like your diamond in you. So with that, let me stop with all this because we need to bring on the queen diamond. I love Madeline so much. This is her Fridays. So we're gonna bring her. I know she's gonna rock and roll because she always does, and hopefully she knows how much I love her and I care. And I appreciate her so much being one of the experts on the Diamond Factor Experience show. So with that, I'm going to introduce her with her wonderful self, and then once after that, she's gonna be on. You're gonna hear from Madeline. Here we go.
I tell you what, girl, every Friday morning, this just pumps me up. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Good morning, everyone. How are you? So during this week, I just want to tell you real quick that I've been moving everything around in the office, so the background is a little off. But guess what? Concentrate right here. Let's get you what you need. So last week we talked about redefining essentialism. And the reason I redefined it is because I want to make sure that you understand, in order for us to do great, we do not have to get rid of everything, baby. We only need to get rid of the things that are in our way, toxic, or have no benefit for us at this point, okay? So I want to talk to you today about removing toxic people. This is not easy. This is not an easy thing to do, but I will tell you that once you do it, you will open up like a flower in the mist because you will grow so quickly. So we all want prospects. We are influencers. We want to know influencers. We want clients. We want partnerships. We want to do wonderful things like the Tour of Love, which I am very small, but a part of. When we want to do all this, we can't do it when we have bricks around our belt. So I want to bring a few things to you very quickly. And this is something that I had to go through, and now I do it all the time when it's necessary. Things become easier when you practice, repeat, and you become like a bouncing ball. And yes, I love the music, Barbara. So when you want success in any part of your life, if someone drains you and after you're with them, you're emotionally exhausted, your business is going to falter. Your health may falter. It's time to get away. And guess whose responsibility that is? Yours. Big girl panty time. You got to put them on. You got to step up. And you need to be in your integrity with the non-negotiables and say, no, this is not good for me anymore. Now, we're not going to judge those people. We're not going to say they're bad people. We are just going to move forward to better ourselves, because that is our responsibility in life. So I've got a couple of things here for you, and I've also got a few solutions. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can. So number one, as I said, if you're emotionally drained when you're with someone or after you've been with them, and it happens all the time, that person is toxic for you. The second thing, when people refuse to listen to you, the words you have are meant for something. Do not waste them on deaf ears. People who always sit in victim mode. Well, I could have, but I can't leave this job that I'm always complaining about because I have bills to pay. Guess what? The richest people in the world have bills to pay. They just don't have to think about it as much. And I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to have to worry about it. Things always work out. So the other thing is, and this is a big one, people who are always gossiping. Ooh, move away from that, loves. Move away from that. You are a diamond. You are either a diamond in the making. You are already a diamond. You are the master of your ship. You are the master of your life. It is your responsibility to get away from toxic people. And if they are gossiping, that is not a good thing. Understand they're feeling insecure. Putting other people down makes them feel good. It's not for you. It's not the best for you. So time to go. I know detaching is difficult. I should say it's not easy. I'm going to watch my words, right? Words of power. And the fifth thing is that when you're around people who think that they can do everything better than everybody else, run, go, move. Time to leave. Leave. Go away. I will tell you that I can do so many things well, but I do not say that I can do things better than anyone else, because there is always someone who can do something better than everyone, including us. So what I want to leave you with today is solutions. We want solutions, right? So number one, distance yourself. And yes, I'm looking at my list because I don't want to forget anything, because we're in a short period of time, right? I want to give you as much bump and pump for this Friday, moving forward as I can. So number one, distance yourself and start learning to say no. You can say no graciously. The easiest way to say no is to ask yourself, is this in my integrity? Am I doing this in my integrity? Do I feel good about this? Now, if you really want to say, no, I can't watch the kids because I have plans, or you know what, tonight, I just want to relax. Love the kids, love you, but tonight I just want to relax. There's always a gracious way to say no. When people don't listen, as we talked about, eventually you have to remove yourself from doing that action, okay? So the second thing, remove yourself from those people that are not listening. As I said, those words that you say, because words have power, they're meant for someone to hear. We are not here for no reason. We are here to be happy, to create, to fit in with society in a way that we are still unique. Remind yourself, we're not looking to fit in. We fit in uniquely, okay? So I talk to my clients and my partners about that all the time. I like the word partners instead of clients. So the other thing is when people are sitting in victim mode, we talked about that, right? Number 3, choose good things to talk about to try and pull them out of that mode. And loves, if that's you, I suggest a gratitude journal. I suggest that you sit down or stand, whatever you like, as long as you record. No, I like you to write, because that's how you learn. The gratitude that I have been down to days where I was grateful for my toothbrush. Guess what? Makes life very, very different. as far as gossip goes, this was a big one for me because I had a group of people that I really cared about. But it got to be where the gossip was just gossip. And I found myself sitting there not saying anything. There was no conversation for me. And after about, I forget how many weeks or months it may have been, because I really cared about these people, I realized that to be me, to be unique in this big puzzle that is the world, I needed to move on. It was not easy. It was not accepted well. Of course, it was my fault. And that's all okay. I want you to understand that that's all okay. But I had to move on. When people are gossiping, it's a sign of insecurity. When people are telling you that they can do everything better than someone else, don't listen. Now, if it's a skill that they have and they can do it really well, guess what? There's still someone out there that can do it better than them. All of this has to do with the foundation of you and your business. Most of us are either solopreneurs, entrepreneurs. I myself am a solopreneur. I am opening up a few other things in business. However, until that happens, I remain a solopreneur. That's another thing. Do not pump yourself up where you are not meant to be pumped. The fifth thing is that when they believe they can do everything better, I want you to understand that that's a red flag. Once we can see the red flags, it's going to be a lot easier for us to exit out, right? You can do that to Barbara's music. I want you to exit out. Now, you know, everything that I'm talking about has to do with you engaging with prospects, influencers, potential clients, your JV connections. And if you're online, which many of us are, and I want to just share this. I was online before all of this happened. So, yay. However, be who you are so that you can not what you do. Be who you are, not what you do. Yes, I'm a speaker, a writer, an author, a mentor, and so many other things, but I am a person in integrity, a person who wants to help others, a person who wants to leave you with benefits. I want you to do that for yourself. And as we talked about last week, part of essentialism, as I see it, is to remove the toxic people. Don't just get rid of the skirts that don't fit. Get rid of the people. I know we are also big in heart that we forget that we have a right to make money. We have a right to be happy. We have a right to run our businesses. So next week, I'm going to move all of this into your mindset and how you're running your marketing. Look at how we married that. All I can say is that every Friday morning, I am on a high to be here with Barbara and the fantastic people that she has on the show. Do you know how lucky you are? There you go. Write down a gratitude. I am grateful that Barbara Beckley kicks butt. We're keeping it PG, right? I am grateful that Barbara is giving us all this time. I am grateful that maybe I learned something today, and maybe I'm the one that's toxic. That's okay, because awareness is number one on the list. Once you're aware, you can deal with it. The only thing is we don't deal with it alone. So I do want to say to you, yes, I do mentor. Yes, I do a lot of things. I write content. There's so many things that I do. But the main thing that I want to do for you is have an engaging conversation, just to see where you're at and what you may want. Well, not what you want, because if I want shoes, they may cost $1,000. I don't necessarily need them. Whatever it is you need, I'm here for you. Send out this show. Send out Barbara's good vibes. Send out everything that you wish you were, that you want, need to be. Remember, remove yourself from people. We talked about a brain dump last week. Do that brain dump. Now you can do a drain dump. What makes you tired? Who makes you tired? Walk away from it. You want good prospects. You want good clients. You want to be connected in your faith. You want to understand that whatever is in front of you is for you. And if it keeps on happening the same way, it means that we need to break a pattern. Nothing wrong with that, my loves. But when we try to do it alone, I have tried. Did not work. Reach out. Reach out to people who can help you. Reach out to people who have been there, who experienced it, people who can read basically your energy and who you are and the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to go in a realistic manner for your life without comparing with others and keeping yourself on your path, which often gets very squiggly. It takes a lot of empowerment to stay in there. It's kind of riding a crazy ride. But guess what? It can be fun. I want you to have fun in what you're doing. I want you to stand up in your integrity, because if you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. You know that you've heard it before. Remove yourself from the toxic people. That is going to give you such energy that you will find that you and your business just blossom. So with that, I want to say thank you for being here. All the support for Barbara and everything that she's doing. Remember the tour of love, and reach out to me if you want to have a conversation. Talk about mindset. We'll talk about your strategy, and we'll see what skill sets you might need. I send you lots of love. I hope that during this holiday season, you find the love for yourself, the compassion for others, and the strength to remove yourself from toxic people. I'm still here, so I've got something else to say. I always do. When you are prospecting people, do not look at the money. Look at whether or not you match. Do you match with that person? I've said no to some big deals, but I'm happier, I'm healthier, and that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. You know, I've been there. I've been there where I didn't know which way to go, and I went in a direction. Now, I believe there is no wrong or right direction. There is no wrong or right direction. The direction that you take is the direction you take with what you know in this moment. It's the direction that you take in your integrity. That's why integrity is so important. Integrity also has to do with removing those toxic people so you can be free. It doesn't mean you're going to do everything in your best interest, but you're going to try. You're going to move toward that. And the reason you're going to do that is because you're now not thinking about others. They're not draining you. Remember, you do a brain dump because of everything that you're thinking, and you're going to do a drain dump this week. Write down all the things, all the people, all the activities that you're tolerating. Yeah, I'll go to dinner. I don't really want to go. Don't really have it in the budget, but what will they think? Pshaw. I had a friend who said, I love what you say, Madeline. I always just say, it's just not in the budget. Or guess what? Tonight I want to sit home and read a book. Now, that person accepted that. That's not a toxic person. You want all the people in your life to be that person. To be that person that allows you to be who you are, because otherwise the visions and the dreams that you have will remain visions and dreams without them coming to fruition when you pass through the atmosphere and wherever we go. What if you can make this your heaven? I don't know your beliefs. I believe that Jesus walked the earth. I believe that toxic people are there to challenge us. And with love and compassion, hopefully they'll learn. That's the biggest thing. Now, again, most of us here are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, you're working. And I also want to bring this up that I am a single woman. And we love single women who are doing the work on their own. And Barbara, I just love you. I didn't know. I thought the time was off, but nonetheless, we move forward because everything that comes out of our mouths was meant to come out.
Yes. And everything that you say every time is always meant to come out. Because you just have that wisdom and that knowledge. And I'm just, I can't wait for Fridays. It's like, this is a queen. Queen. Yes, lady. Wow. Yeah. So thank you so much, Madeline, for coming. And I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know yesterday it was holiday. Everybody was doing something a little different because we couldn't go visit that much. But I hope you still had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I thank you for just being on the show. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. You know I love you to pieces. I admire you. And woohoo! Get this stuff out there.
Get the hearts, get the hearts, get the love.
Get the hearts, baby. Get the love, get the money. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's okay to get the money.
It's okay, get the money. Let's talk about money.
Okay, lady. Well, we'll see you next Friday. You take care of yourself. Love you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Isn't she a treat? I can't. It's just the words can't say with Madeline. I reached out to her and she accepted to come to do the show weekly. I just was like, yay. I don't mind telling it. I was very excited that she decided to be one of the experts on the show. So now we have another awesome queen lady that's coming on that I invited as a special guest because, as you know, I always believe in giving exposure, getting people out there, and just increasing, because you need to know these queens. You need to know these people that are doing such an impact in life, in people's lives. So before that, we always got to hear from our sponsor. So real quickly, then I want to bring this special guest on.
I'm hanging on your every word, the love inside, I feel it burn. I've never felt this way before. I've had a taste, now I want more. So here we are, just you and me. I'm overwhelmed when you touch me. You talk so sweet, I hear the sound, 'cause when you do, my feet won't touch the ground.
I'm going to be just jamming all this music, and from the beginning of the show to in the middle. I mean, this is the music that's been going, so you can tell it is Friday. It's Friday. So you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I think I'm going to keep this going every Friday because we need to have a party. We need to enjoy life. And what did I say? Enjoy the little things in life. I start off with that, with the quote. So with that, let me go right into this lady because I want her. She has the time here, and I want to give her time. So this woman, Queen Diamond, another Queen Diamond, I call it all ladies Queen Diamonds because they're royalty. Women are royalty. So I don't care what anybody says out there. Women are royalty because they do so much and they create such an impact in life. Love the men. I love you. But we got to put the women up there because they are royalty. They're queens. So this lady, she is a coach. She is an author. She's an international speaker. Yes, she's an international speaker. She is just a mindset business coach, and she's always talking about your purpose. And when people start talking about purpose, they are talking my language, understanding, moving forward, understanding who you are deep inside. What are you doing? She is the one that will get you to understand that and walk you through it. So I just want to bring her on. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to mess up the vibe here. Hello, Lady Queen.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. I have you again. I know I had you on the Diamond Spotlight interview just a few weeks ago, and I said, come on to the Diamond Factory Experience with me.
Yes, well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm excited and ignited and just elated to be here. Yes.
Thank you, lady. So please let the listeners know who you are and what you do, because you are just so awesome. You created such an impact.
Okay, my name is Renette Upson Bush. I am the CEO and founder of Next Level Chicks, where the mantra is to push people on purpose for the purpose of walking in their purpose and their destiny. We all have an assignment that we were placed on this earth for. So I help you to get in alignment for your assignment so that you can live out the life that God has purposed for you. Because if you're not living that life, then you will never really fulfill life as it should be fulfilled. I'm also the creator of the Table of Greatness. I'm a speaker, I'm an author, as she said, I'm a certified educator and a mindset and business coach and mentor.
See, what did I tell you, everybody? What did I tell you? Drop the mic. That's all I have to say. Well, lady, I really, because this is, like I always tell people, this is about you. You're my special guest today. And I want you to kind of give some people just a little bit inkling on, how you kind of give the steps to help people with their purpose. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I don't know my purpose. How do I find it? What, I don't know. So can you give a little tip, just a little tip this morning on how to go to maneuver in that?
Yes. One of the things that I want to tell you about finding your purpose. Finding your purpose is not, let me tell you what it's not, because as an educator, we always give examples and non-examples. So I must do my non-examples first. It's not what your mama told you to do, or your sister, or your auntie, or your grandmama. And a lot of people get stuck in stuff that other people told them to do, and that's not really what they want to do. And because they feel guilty and they feel like, oh, if I don't do it, they're going to be mad. But the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to be mad at yourself. You're going to be frustrated and upset because you're not going to be doing what you were purposed to do. So when you're really purposed to do something, you're passionate about it. What are people always asking you about? Girl, you know what? Oh, you did hair like that? I love the way you did that hair. I love the way you put that outfit together. What are people constantly asking you about? What are you constantly thinking about and know that you just love doing it and you get excited about it? And I'm sure you've heard this before, and a lot of people have heard this before, but y'all still fall into the category of doing what somebody else wants you to do. What will you do for free? Now you want to get paid, but what will you do for free? And you just wouldn't even think about it. And the time passes and you just into this thing. That's how you start to understand what your purpose is. And the main thing about it, when you're talking about your purpose, a lot of us want to do what we want to do, but let's talk to God about our purpose and what He wants to do. That's first and foremost. We want to tell God everything we want, and we can tell Him and He hears what we're saying, but we have to make sure that that's what we're really supposed to do. So first and foremost in my life is God, and I have to talk to Him about everything, but I had to talk to Him about my purpose.
Awesome. It's just every time you say something, I just have to just sit there and just let it just seep in because it's so good. Now, one thing I have to say, because I know I interviewed you a few weeks ago, that really, really, really just drew me more to you and what you do, is that there's been some earthquakes that happened in your life recently. Okay. And you took that and you said, you know what? I know I have to deal with this and I know this is hurting me very much, but you still move forward, and I just, when I see women like, that's why I call you queens and I call you warriors, because, through the storm and through those tough times, we're still just going and moving, and you are doing that. And with your Table of Greatness virtual event that's coming up, I mean, you've been, and then you had another event just a little while ago, and you're still doing it. Please let the listeners know, what is your secret sauce to that? Because you inspire me with that.
Well, one thing that I have to say, my thing that I stand on, I like to make up stuff or have little things that I say, but I first of all believe in prayer, patience, and persistence. Through the things that I've been through, I know that without God, without praying, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And a lot of times, my biggest issue has been patience, because I just, how you, like everybody else, you want it now, you don't want to wait. And that becomes a problem. And so I think God has worked with me on patience. And I know when you learn to be patient and you wait on Him, stop trying to do it your way, but do it His way. And no matter what it looks like, no matter what it seems like, even when it does not feel like it's going to happen, you still have to be persistent in that dream, that goal, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. We must be persistent. So, like I said, prayer, patience, and persistence, that's what's going to get you to your next level. That's going to get you to where it is you're trying to go. And so as I move forward, as I try to do things, as it looks hard and everything like that, I sometimes be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And sometimes, like I just talked about, we always telling God what to do. Sometimes you got to just be still and know that He is God, and you have to listen to what He's saying. So as you praying, you're listening, and you'll get He'll talk to you. And that's just so, it's so profound how you all around the street, all down the street, around the corner, trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out. Like, dog, I don't know how to do it. And you can sit down in just a few minutes with God. And this idea be like, oh my God, dang, that's so easy. And then you just have it. So, like I said, prayer, patience, persistence. That's what works.
I love it. It's the 3 P's. The 3 P's. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, because I know I told myself a long time ago when I was in my teenage years, I prayed to God to give me patience, because I was like you. And it says, I was like, I want it now. I want to get it now. I'm working on this, so I should get this. In my mind, I'm thinking like that, all that crazy talk, really, because I'm not thinking about, okay, God has to do it in His timing, not your timing, Barbara, His timing. So I prayed. I said, Lord, I laugh at this every time. I said, Lord, just give me patience. I pray for patience. Do you know, I should have never really prayed that prayer, because everything after that in life has been a waiting like this. It takes a little longer than the norm of another person, it seems like, because I know, and I think back at that prayer, and God kept saying, well, you prayed that you wanted me to give you patience. So it's the best way to do it is through your life and what you're dealing with, and then you appreciate it when it does come.
Absolutely. And sometimes you made a good point when you said it seems like it takes you a little longer than everybody else, and I feel like that sometimes too. But that's because you really have prophecy over your life, and look at what you're doing and how you impact and how you serving. So you got to get some more, some more battles and some more things to be tested. Les Brown always says, faith is not tested cannot be trusted. So so therefore you have to get these tests so that you can have these testimonies, and you are a testimony in what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah. And you're so right, Queen, because I know the stories. I always tell people the stories that happen, those earthquakes, those floods that we deal with, helps it. To me, I always say it's a stepping stone of strength. It strengthens us, and it gives us another story to tell somebody else, so we can connect with them and give them hope.
Absolutely.
So I don't look at it as, woe was me, like you were saying, about, I know Madam was saying earlier where she was talking about some people play the victim and they stay in that victim mode. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to stay in victorious mode, because you're victorious in what you did, because you gain strength, you gain more confidence in you. That's what you got to look at when you're going through, not so much of, dang, another thing happened to me again. Oh God, I got to get through it. You got to have your mindset like you teach on, and say, don't go left on this, go right. Think about all the things that are adding to this, what you're dealing with. And I know sometimes it might be difficult depending on the storm.
It is. It's definitely, as you moving through It is difficult as you're trying to get to this next level, but sometimes you have to go through those things to appreciate. And I think I talked about this on our last interview, when you're given everything. And I talked about somebody I knew, a couple of people, you know, their parents died. They left them a lot of stuff, cars, homes, this, that, and they lose it like this because, you know, they didn't work for it. They didn't wait for it. They didn't prepare for it. And so it just slips through their hands and they don't appreciate. So as you go through these trials and these tribulations, you are being prepared for what it is that is about to come to you. And if we get it before time, then we'll end up losing it. As they always say, easy come, easy go. That's what happens when you get it like this. Easy come, easy go. And another thing that I like to always say is push. And a lot of people say, yeah, we need to push, pray until something happens. Well, push, pray until something happens. And that's all they do is pray. And prayer is an action word when you got to get up and do something. So again, I want to tell you the P, here we go again, patience. The U is for understanding. We must understand that, you know, we got to go through this process. It's something that's got to happen and we got to go through it in order to get to it. And then the S is for strength. As you going through and you trying to make it, you have to stand in your strength. You have to keep going. You have to move forward no matter what. And you can draw on God for the strength. And the H is for help. You never have to be alone. You might feel alone. You might feel isolated. That's what the devil wants you to think, that you're isolated and nobody's there for you. But you are not alone, Yana. You're not alone because he's always there. And then if, you know, he's there and then he sends us these divine connections and people to pour into us to help us to move forward to our next level. So not only do you have to, you know, use your patience, the prayer, patience, and persistence, but you have to push as well.
Totally. Wow, Queen. Thank you so much. Just keep pushing and keep just, you know, and just, so it doesn't, like I always tell people, be in the race. It doesn't matter how fast and how slow you are. Just stay in there. I always tell people, stay in the race. Don't be on the sidelines. Don't be watching us. Just go in there. Okay, if you're behind me, that's okay, but you're still in the race. You're still pushing forward. So I always tell people that. I said, I'd rather be slow in the race than not be in the race at all.
Amen. Amen. And
Yes.
your own race at that. Don't try to run anybody
Oh.
else's race and compete and compare and complain about what they doing and you not doing or what they have and you don't have. That's the issue. A lot of people get caught up, you know, they try to run somebody else's race when it was never their race to run in the first place. And that's why you have to consult with God to make sure that you're doing the thing that he has called you to do, not out of jealousy, not out of wanting what they have, not out of doing what they did, but out of what God has told you to do and walking in your own true purpose.
Yes. Ooh, lady, I gotta bring you back. You gotta come back to the Diamond Fat Experience.
Let me know.
You gotta come back. Ooh, I had to probably have you as an expert coming on. We're gonna talk. We had to talk.
Oh yeah. I got lots to talk about too.
I know so much good wisdom and knowledge that you have. So real quickly before you go today, please let them know how they can reach you and your event that's coming up.
Okay. You can reach me on Facebook at Renette Upson Bush. You can reach me on IG under Next Level Chicks Collaborate or Renette Upson. I'm also, if you need to email me, my email is nextlevelchicks@gmail.com. And I have on December 5th, it is called the Table of Greatness. I'm telling you, this right here is a full day of empowerment, motivation, inspiration, and celebration and preparing yourself for 2021. Now, I have heard a lot of people say, oh, I'm all zoomed out. See, this is not just that regular Zoom, okay? And you're going to be coming to the Table of Greatness to work on you. It's not just listening to the speakers, not just watching the performers, but you're going to actually be doing work and preparing and writing your story for 2021. So we're not going to leave out of 2020 empty. It's not over till it's over. And when we leave 2020, like I said, we're going to leave with something. So when you leave the Table of Greatness, you're going to leave with a full out plan of what you're going to do for 2021. And that's I mean, a lot of people wait right until we get into the year. No, we got to do it now. And no, it's not over. We have to realize that it's not over. We got to keep doing the work, keep pushing, keep persistent, keep going, and just go to the end. That's it. It's not how you start is important, but more importantly is how you finish. So how you finish this 2020 is going to be up to you, and it's going to determine how you step into 2021. So you need to finish good so you can start good. You know what I'm saying? And we can't keep sitting in the fact that, oh, it's, I mean, I was talking to this lady the other day, and she just kept, I mean, it's just over. It's just over. I don't even want to hear no more. I said, so why did you call me? I mean, I'm not the person. I'm not gonna get an agreement with you. If you don't, it kills me. You know, people ask you stuff, and I tell people up front, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me, because I'm gonna give you the truth. We're not about to beat around the bush and go down the corner, around the corner, and down the street. I'm gonna tell you the real deal. So, anyways, if you're ready to step into your greatness, you ready to change your life, you ready to get up and move and take over, you want to sit at the table of greatness. And what's even better is because we are in Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I have a sale. Buy one, get one half off. So you can bring your friend, your sister, your cousin, your co-worker, your accountability partner, and y'all can level up together. Y'all can level up together. So that's the table of greatness.
So definitely I will get that link from you so I can post that and make sure that people, you know, basically go to the table of greatness. She just told you. Now it's time for you to invest in yourself, as I tell people, and come and be fed. She said table of greatness, so I will eat all is eat.
Absolutely. Yes.
Eat all the good things. Well, Queen, thank you so much for coming on today. Like I said, we will talk, because I would love to have you as, you know, expert coming on a few times on the show, because you just bring so much important information to the listeners.
Awesome. And thank you so much for the opportunity and for having me. I love being here. I'm so glad we connected. I just love you. And thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate you. And I'll get you the link.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please do, so I can make sure I post it for everybody. So you have a nice rest of your Friday, and happy Thanksgiving. Even though it was just day, to me it's every day. Every day.
Every day.
Yes. Take care, Queen.
Okay, see you later.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I bring the celebrities on. That woman, I'm telling you, we're gonna talk, because I really want her to come on a few times as, you know, expert, to kind of tell you a lot of stuff about, you know, because she talks my talk. She talks my lingo about purpose. You know, I always talk about the PPD, the purpose, passion, drive. So with that, I really want her to, you know, kind of mix that with me. And so you can understand how important it is. That's your foundation in life. That's your foundation in life. So with that, this is a Friday. I am ending on this note. Enjoy the little things in life. I start off with the quote, and I'm ending with the quote. So please enjoy every single day, just the little things. They're so important, just like the big things. In fact, sometimes they're more important than the big things, because sometimes we don't realize the little things are there until we really sit back. We take a breathe, we take a breath, and we look at around us, our surroundings. So give you a little assignment until I see you Monday morning. We'll be back. So just let you know that, you know, just appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you again for always supporting this show. And I will see you on Monday.